Hello, I'm Veronica Pedrosa in Kuala Lumpur. The top stories on Al Jazeera. There are reports that Honduras' interim government has aborted plans to authorize ousted President Manuel Zelaya to leave the country. Zelaya was expected to leave for Mexico as early as Wednesday night. He spent the past 3 months fighting to regain the presidency after being ousted in a military coup in June. He was conducting his campaign from inside the Brazilian embassy in Tegucigalpa, but his hopes were dashed last week when Congress voted that Zelaya should not be permitted to take power again. The top US general, David Petraeus, has warned that the situation in Afghanistan will get worse before it gets better. He says violence could increase next year as an extra 30,000 troops arrive in the country. Petraeus is one of several key figures being questioned by senators over President Barack Obama's Afghan war strategy. Two of the world's worst polluters have accused each other of not doing enough to reduce greenhouse gases. The dispute between the US and China at the Copenhagen Climate Conference is the latest disagreement to hit the event. Together, the US and China generate 40% of all carbon emissions. Their agreement is crucial to any deal. Iraq's Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki has replaced the head of Baghdad's security forces amid mounting public anger after Tuesday's bombings in the capital. At least 127 people were killed and hundreds more wounded in the coordinated attacks. It was the latest in a series of large-scale bombings coming just a few months before national elections due in March. Thousands of Israelis have been protesting in Jerusalem against the government's decision to suspend settlement construction in the occupied West Bank. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced a 10-month building freeze in November. And Sri Lanka's president's been visiting the north of the country in his first trip to formerly rebel-held territory since the Tamil Tigers were defeated in May. Mahinda Rajapaksa unveiled a monument to commemorate the end of the war and visited a refugee camp. His visit comes ahead of January's presidential election. More on our website, aljazeera.net/English.